EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Chris Carson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touch. Back as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Speed trip.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Hines. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo. Watch the ship, 61, match box, let's go.
To throw on second down. Costello, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Bandit. Bandit. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
X3. 218, jump, snap.
From the gun, Costello. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check 4, check 4. Check 24, check 24. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let's get off the field. Big edge, big edge. Check safety. Bang, 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 bang.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chris Carson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Costello. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Break. 93 is the mark. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Check. Gone.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Costello completes it to Samuel. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Throwing on 1st down, Costello, and he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, exit. We got double.
From the gun, Costello. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Kill.
Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Costello to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a give right side. Carson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Carson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 8-3. 6-6. Pull it high.
Let's go, team. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Pass it. Go.
On 1st and 10, Costello looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Hines. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Costello. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Costello. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game, 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check it back.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On the return is Pettis. And he's in for the 49ers score.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down now, it's Carson.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the fumble recovery, Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Murray, throw caught here by Bird. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Murray now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, box truck, box truck. 58, boy, 58, come on. Hey.
Off play action. Costello. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, San Francisco.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Costello. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Off play action. Costello. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Costello over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Let's go, let's go. Check, 93's
There. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And that is incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you.
We 2 jet bombers. We 2 jet bombers. Hey, Echo. Speed dribble.
They run again with Hines. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Costello got his target, Samuel. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Hey, Delta.
On 1st down, Hines. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay, just like that.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Murray now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 1st down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To try again after the sack, Murray. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Arizona. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. One. Here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Costello. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
1st down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Check three, check three, check three. Shit! Go, go. Zip it. Go, Ringo. Ringo. Switch it. Go. Switch it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Get in the weight room. Check 9, check 9. 66.
Now Murray off play action. Open man is Trey Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. He's checking. Crash. Check.
Draw play. This is Carson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, team 6.
From the gun, Costello. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Costello toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's what
well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Back to throw. Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the 49ers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through.